Okay, for this next example, we are going to focus on an investment problem, which is going to be or come in handy if you are doing any business courses or finance-related questions. In grade 11, there's a whole unit dedicated to finance in the MCR course. So it says Nala invested $1,400. One part of it she invested at 7%, so maybe in one bank account, and the other at 8%. The total interest that she received amounted to $104. So how much money was invested at each rate? So we're going to let X represent the amount of money that she invested at 7%. Maybe she invested that money at one bank. And Y is going to represent the amount of money she invested at 8%. Now, it really helps to organize when you have word problems with all this information in the format of a table. So we know that in total she has $1,400, and part of it is going to be invested in one bank account. I don't know how much. The other part will be invested in another bank account. The other total that we have is the total interest, and that's going to be $104. So the reason why the totals are important is that they are a hint on how to set up the equations. Because I have a total for the amount of money invested, I know that this column is going to give me my equation number 1, and my total interest column, that is going to give me equation number 2. But now we have to fill out the interest received. I know that at X, if we go back, I'm letting X represent the amount of money she invested at 7%. So the interest rate, we can fill that out. 0.07, that's 7%. Or let's just write 7% here. We can convert it later on. And Y is the money that is invested at 8%. I meant to highlight that, 8%. So if we go back, we can fill that in. So the interest received is always the interest rate multiplied by the amount of money invested. So my interest received for X is 0.07x, and my interest received for Y can be written as 0.08y. And that is going to give me my equation number 2. So let's write it out so it's nice and clear. Equation number 1 is going to be X plus Y is equal to 1,400. And equation number 2, 0.07x plus 0.08y is going to be $104. Now the first thing I want to do is get rid of the decimal. So I'm going to multiply all of equation number 2 by 100. So that's going to give me new equations. Equation number 2 is going to be 7x plus 8y is equal to 104 times 100. It's actually 10,400. And equation number 1, because I want to eliminate the x, I'm looking for equation number 1 to have 7x. So for that to happen, because x is currently, there's a 1 in front of it, I'm going to multiply all of equation number 1 by 7. So I have 7x plus 7y is equal to 1,400 times 7 is 9,800. Now that we have two equations, I can eliminate by subtracting my equations. 7x minus 7x is going to give me 0. Now 7y positive 7y minus 8y is going to be equal to 9,800 minus 10,400. We can go ahead and solve. So negative y is equal to negative 600. If I divide both sides by negative 1, I now have y is equal to 600. That means she invested $600 at 8%. We now need to solve for x. So I'm going to substitute y is equal to 600, and you can choose either equation number 1 or equation number 2. I'm going to choose equation number 1. So, because that's the easier, the most simplest equation to deal with, x plus y is equal to 1400. So x plus, I know y is equal to 600. That's going to be equal to 1400. So x is actually equal to 1400 minus 600. And that means that x is equal to 800. Now, because these are all word problems, we are going to have to write a statement at the end to get full marks. So the amount of money that Nala invested at 7%, which is our x value, is $800, and the amount of money and 600 was invested at 8%. So with the final written statement, that problem is complete, and all the investment questions in this particular unit are performed exactly or solved exactly the same way. Okay, move on to another question.